habit of just going live and then you just don't actually know. But it's preparing. It's preparing. It's preparing. It's preparing. Hey, we live!
Christ. Love it.
Oh my God. Good morning. Good morning. Love sales, hate selling, followers, members, watchers, lurkers. I am joined today by the fantastical Kallum Nicholson, who has helped me out today because my original guest, unfortunately, is ill. Sending you love and blessings. No names mentioned. She knows who she is. But Kallum, thank you so much for joining us this morning at such short notice on the Love Sales, Hate Selling, Facebook Business Owner interview.
Christ, that's a mouthful, isn't it?
I know, man. I made it all up on the spot as well. Right. Listen, Aaron, Kallum. I'm going to call you bloody Aaron.
Tell me whatever you want. I don't mind.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, on a Saturday night. Anyway. We're going to have fun today. I can feel the energy. I can feel it. But before we start, sir, we need to do a pout for the Facebook algorithm. So after 3, I want your best pout, which I'll then blast all over the internet and social media, and people will see that you've got this fantastic pout. So 1, 2, 3. Man, that's a crap pout, man. Where's the pout?
I don't know.
Oh, mate. I thought someone, you would be a perfect pouter. Being a young, dapper guy like yourself, I thought that you'd have pouting down to a T.
Yeah, but I have a judgmental pout. It's more like...
Oh, you did say that. As you can see, Kallum is my kind of guy. His energy's off the scale. I think he's a little bit crazier than me, so I like that. So, I'll tell you what, let's get started. So, Kallum, I know you're a busy guy. As I say, thank you so much for coming on today. I know it was we actually spoke last night at 7:30 or something. And you said yes. And I thought, wow, this guy's fantastic. So I'm really, really chuffed about that. Thank you. Because if you hadn't come on, I'd have had to do a live on my own.
It's all right. I'm sure you can interview one of them personalities you've got.
Yes, I could. Yes, you could. Maybe I should. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, hey, that's not a bad idea. I've got a wig here, so I could actually do an alter ego. Anyway, I'm digressing. Kallum, please tell the world, what do you do for a
business? I put a foot up people's asses till I wear them like slippers. I told you I'd say it. I told you I would. So I'm a business coach, business analyst, and motivational speaker. Very unconventional. I've not had any official training or anything like that. It became very organic from owning my own retail businesses. And it's just one day I did come up with that kind of, it's not my tagline. My tagline is getting your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
But I came up with that kind of, shall we say, punchline. We'll go with that instead. I just said it one day, just made it up. I was like, yeah, I put my foot up your ass to tell away you like slippers, or it comes out your mouth and away you on my leg, whichever one you want to go with. And it just stuck. And I said it for like all of 1 week, and I didn't say it the following week. People were going, why are you not saying that anymore? Like, that is exceptional. So I was like...
Mate, when I read it yesterday, I've got to be honest. I had to stop what I was doing for like 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, I give you a heads up, didn't I? I was like, look, right, I'm a bit like, no.
I think what it is because as you read it, your mind sees it as well. Got this vision of you just walking around with these business owners on your feet.
Honestly, I've just got these really big pink slippers.
Stop it, man! Stop it. Guys, I told you this guy was a legend. Yeah. So, okay. So tell us a bit more about the business then. So tell us a bit more about the business.
So I help people all around the UK. I can help people internationally if they want, charge them more money for flights, even though I ain't flying there. So yeah, it's really, really, really cool. I help people everything from multi-level marketers or network marketers all the way up to my biggest and newest client is actually a council. I won't say which one because I'm waiting to sign the contract. But yeah, my newest client is a council. So I digress really from throughout all of them, which is really, really cool. And I help all of them, like I do say, get your ducks in a row. For me, I can't fathom when you get these business coaches or mentors or anything like that go, oh yeah, I'm going to sit you down for an hour, charge you 300 quid, 500 quid, and ask you the question of, what do you think you need to do?
But isn't that what coaching is about? To get the other person to come up with the answer?
Not in my sessions, because the reason they're paying me is because they don't have a fucking clue.
Oh, mate,
they don't know.
Honestly, you know something? You are so right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to diss coaches. Coaches do an absolutely fantastic job.
Be a great asset, yeah.
But some people literally need their hands held.
Yeah.
And they need to be walked across the road, taught the green cross code first.
Yeah.
Walked across the road, when you like let the hand go for a little bit. Say, oh, you're stumbling, and you go and hold the hand again. Yeah. And I think sometimes with coaching, it can vary because, and I'm sure you know this, Kallum, the biggest battle that most people have is with themselves.
Oh yeah.
So if you have had a moment of inspiration and then you don't apply it, or you leave a gap between when you've discovered it and apply it, and you lose that kind of momentum, what happens then is Sid, I call my little voice Sid, goes, oh, you don't want to do that now. Oh, God, no. Oh, it won't bloody work. Oh, no. So for me, and most certainly my own business, I'm a little bit like you in that we don't move on until you've done that thing. Exactly. And people hate me for it, but I don't care. I'm not here to be loved. I'm here to help. But,
no, exactly. So for me, the way I've worded it to people before is, look, we all had to learn to ride a bike sometimes.
Yep.
You know, but when we had to learn to ride a bike, what did we have on them? Stabilizers. And sometimes people in the business need to reattach the stabilizers because they've started to wobble a bit.
Okay.
You know, and that's where a coach or a PA, a VA, you know, that's how we got connected.
Yeah.
That's where they can come in and help because they reattach the stabilizers for you and they help you until you're ready to take them off. Yeah. Or you can take them off and still use them to help you. You know, that's what they're there for.
Absolutely.
Obviously, when I'm riding a bike, it's got pink tassels on it. So it's got to be extra. I've got to go with it. But
is pink your favourite colours, though? You've mentioned it about 5,000 times now.
It's not. No, why? I think it's colour of the day. We're just going to go with pink today. Why not?
It's a pink day. It's a pink day. It's a pink day.
But yeah, no, it really is like that. And it's... People need to realise that there's no shame in asking for help. You know, it's there's a lot of coaches that, and in a good point of view, no matter how good or shit they are, they will, if they are good at their job, they will have a call with you and help ground you before they talk to you about anything else. You know, they'll go, look, right, you're panicking. You're having a bit of, I call it a bit of a, when your brain makes the sound of a whoopee cushion. You know, it just kind of goes, you just need someone to help you with it because you're just kind of going a bit like, and that's what, if they're good at the job, they will do that without even charging you because they're going, I don't see what I do as a job. I don't see it as something that I do. I see it as my duty.
Yes, mate. Honestly, it's like I'm listening to my bloody self speak here. Where have you been hiding, brother? We've obviously got the same dad. Maybe, but no. Obviously, everything you're saying though, absolutely makes sense to me. And you know, like I said, there's a place for coaches, there's a place for mentors, there's a place for hybrids, which I imagine that's what you are, a bit of a hybrid.
Yeah.
And you know, at the end of the day, like you say, your duty is to help other people. And this is what I say to a lot of my clients: is don't hide the fact that you can help people. Don't hide the fact that you can transform their lives. You know, don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed about asking them to pay you for something that's going to change their lives. Like, oh well, yeah. But so what inspired you, Kallum? Why did you start this little business?
To be fair, I've always been like it. Okay. Always, throughout childhood or anything, I've always wanted to help people or put my 50p when it's not being asked, especially, and help people. To be fair, it's more like $2.99 and a Curly Whirly. It's whatever I can get with, but it's just helping people wherever I can, and I've always been like it, always have. But specifically becoming a business coach started really organically for me. So I had my original retail business, which I still have.
Oh yeah.
But I don't do as much of. You know, I'm actually deciding what to do with that at the moment.
Yeah.
And when I was doing
what was that business, by the way?
So it's called the Eco Shed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's selling eco-friendly products. Quite passionate about it. Got passionate about it from my dad.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and what made us quite different was, first of all, no one in Hull, where I'm from, no one was doing it on the scale that I was.
Yeah.
I sourced all the products from small independent businesses around the country. So I saw it as I supported small businesses by being one.
Of
And
course.
don't get me wrong, the delivery charges absolutely screwed me. But I was paying for someone's kids' dance lessons over someone's new villa. You know? So it was worth it, people. It was worth it. Shop local. And I started getting a lot of publicity, a great amount of publicity, and which I'm so grateful for.
Yes, yes.
And then with that, friends of friends or members of the public when was going, how did you do this? How did you do this at such a young age? You know, I had that when I was 20, 21, around that time. And I was like, so I told them, educated them. Oh, what grants did you go for? Educated them. And I went on all the free courses you could get for business. There's a really, really cool one in Hull, and I will plug them. They're called FEO, for entrepreneurs only.
FEO?
Yeah, for entrepreneurs only. And it's only in Hull, but it is exceptional. And you don't pay to go on this. The only people that pay are the members, which then become tutors. And it's a 7-week course, 1 day a week, and they go everything through accounts, marketing, finding your tribe, finding your target market. But there's limited spaces, but it's on every year. But we don't have to pay to go on it to learn.
That's fantastic.
It's absolutely exceptional. And so I went on that, and I remember the finance week, which is my biggest downfall, was talking about capital. And with that, I just went, excuse me, what's capital? All these business heads.
Capital.
Yeah, it's the accent. But it's everyone in the room just kind of turned around and went, what? You don't know what? I went, no. And the guy on the stage, because they've had everyone from different calibers, and it was from people that have just got a business idea up to successful businesses.
Yeah.
And he went, look, it's money. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah.
I went, perfect, thank you. Tanya and Rebecca, who are still amazing friends of mine. Tanya's nearly 60. Rebecca's, oh, Christ, I hope I got that wrong. And Rebecca's...
I can't believe that you've given a woman's age away live.
Hey, if you ever want to find out... I'll stop there.
You've got some suit of armor.
Honestly, I really have. That or a death wish. So, and then you had Rebecca, and they went, we are so glad you asked, because we had no clue.
And you've hit the nail on the head there. So many people are embarrassed to ask a question. And the worst thing about asking questions is there's actually an oracle that you can ask anything and you will get the answers back. You might not like the answers.
Yeah.
But you can ask it anything. And its name is Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people feel embarrassed about saying, oh, I think it's that vulnerability, isn't it? It's, oh, everyone, all eyes are on me. And the reaction you had of other business owners, which was quite arrogant. Oh, you don't know what capital is? It's like, well, no, but once upon a time, neither did you.
Exactly. And what the thing is, it goes with that. There's one phrase I don't really like, and it's, there's no such thing as a stupid question. No, they're not bothered about that. What they're bothered about is looking like an idiot. That's the difference. They're not bothered about asking the question. They're bothered about looking like an idiot.
Absolutely. It's pride, isn't it? The thing is, as a person, the first thing you've got to battle is your ego.
Yeah.
And your ego will defend you against don't ask that. Oh, people will. And as soon as you can tell the ego to shut up or dampen it down, your eyes get opened, because you will have, you know, when the best salespeople are kids. I imagine when you were when you started talking, you were like, why? And that's all you said to your parents. Figure it out. So you picked up a lot of knowledge at an early age, and kids are the best salespeople. And this is because they haven't got an ego. But that's
they don't care. Just like, what?
Well, as you become an adult, it's like, oh, well, you know, I've got a status quo.
To put these people on this course into perspective, right? So I went there with my eco business, not coaching. Coaching came in time.
Yes.
And I went on it, and people on the first day, the first week, going around the room. What does everyone do? What does everyone looking at doing? And I remember they went to these two ladies, business partners, and they came. They went, "Oh, we're actually brain surgeons, but we're now looking at doing our own kind of surgery." And their exact words were, which is why I remember them, we're looking at this squishy thing inside of your head. And I was like, I like that. You've normalized it, right?
Brain surgeons.
Yeah. Then you got to me. Yeah, I sell a bamboo toothbrush.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, but the thing is, there's been people in that room whose values aligned with what you were doing, which is eco-friendly. I mean, we've got a client who does eco-friendly products, and they do very, very well. And they do a lot of events and markets and stuff, but that's fantastic. So your journey in that kind of the learning that you took on, the knowledge, the mistakes, So when was the moment when someone said to you, right, coach me, I'm going to give you some money, here's a check, just fill it in yourself?
This is the exact moment, and this is on my new website, before you have a go at me. My new website is, a friend of mine went, Callum, how much would you charge for about 3 hours of your time to just look over my business plan? I went, charge? Just buy me a fucking Nando's. Like, it's expensive chicken.
Nando's?
Yeah, I was like, just buy me a Nando's. Like, what do you mean charge? I was like, I'm here to help you. Just buy me a nice meal and I'll help you. He was like, come on now. I was like, what? I'd got this kid into networking, which I'm like a networking, I'll use the word networking butterfly. And he went, look, you've got me into network. Yeah, exactly. And he was like, you've got me into it. And I've come across these business coaches and stuff, but they're not you. This is what makes you different. It was like, you help. And if you don't know the answer, you will find it. If you can't help me with what I'm looking for, you will pass me to the person that can.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not all seeing. I'm not all knowing. Like,
oh, good grief. And that's the thing. And I think that the fact that you say that out loud, that's fantastic, because none of us are all seeing and all knowing. And
it's like, I'm not perfect, but I'm that close, it scares me.
Oh, nah. Hey, you see, I'm taking some of your lyrics, you know. I'm going to take them, man. I'm going to rehash them, reuse them. Sorry, I'm telling you in advance.
I'll send you my invoice.
So basically, someone said, listen, I want to pay you some money. I need your help, in effect. And what did he charge him?
I still didn't.
Oh, fantastic.
Like I said, my duty is to help people.
So when did you start charging then?
So that when I got to that point I was like, right, okay, let me look at this. I'm passionate about this. I really like helping these people. My first person was a student photographer. I charged him £25 an hour.
Okay.
And the reason why is because my 3 values as a coach, which took me a while to figure out, is straight talking, results driven, because why am I charging someone if they're not going to see results? It goes against my ethics. And affordability. Because when I started, I would have loved a business coach. Could I afford £300 an hour? Could I bollocks?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't really afford £25 an hour, but I would have. There was more chance of me paying that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Now I've upped my fees. I don't mind saying I'm £50 an hour, and people go, but that's still cheap. I'm like, it's not. It's affordable. That's the difference.
It's I mean, you know, pricing is a big issue for a lot of and a lot of successful business owners, and it's an issue for a lot of people I come across. And I say to every self-employed person, I don't care who you are and what you're doing, your minimum rate should be £50 an hour, because once you take out expenses and the fact that you've got to pay for your business, and you know £50 an hour gives you, based on a 40-hour week, a decent turnover, but there's still a cost. There's still money that's got to come out of that. So what you're left with after your tax and everything else is probably what you was earning when you had a proper job with all the stress. But now you're the boss. A proper job. But mate, £50 an hour, fantastic. There's people who are charging, like you say, £300 an hour. And I think if you have people, and I've seen some of the testimonials and stuff you've got, most certainly I think your prices should go up. But that's down to you when you're ready. And it could, and we'll have a talk afterwards, because there might be some ways around that, young man. Ha 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 ha.
One of the key things for me though with this, and this is what I like to preach to people: what do you want to be paid, and what are you happy to accept? You know, because for me, I could charge more. I could charge £300 an hour.
Yeah.
You know, I could charge £300 an hour. Am I going to? I'm a bollocks. Because I just can't fathom that. You know, don't get me wrong, it depends on the type of service, it depends on the amount of time. That would then go into time. Yes. But for an hour, I ain't charging that. I'm happy with my rate. That's the difference. I'm happy with that. You know, like you're saying, I could charge more, and I know I could. Would I lose some of the clients I've got now? Yes, because then I would be going against my ethics, which is what brought them on board. Affordability. They wouldn't be able to afford it. And to me, that then goes against why I originally became a business coach, because I wanted one. I couldn't afford one. But then actually they couldn't afford one, because I'm probably the cheapest one they could find.
There are some cheaper ones out there. But in fact, there's some out there who actually just do it for free because they think it will turn into business. Anyway, that's another story.
We won't go into that.
You know where I'm going with that, young man. Anyway,
holy Christ.
So, tell us about some of the challenges that you've had to overcome. With
my age.
Yes.
My age, first of all. So I'm 24, 25 in January. The 6th, if anyone wants to send me a present, my address is on Company's House.
The 6th of Jan?
Yeah.
I'm sure my granddad's birthday was the 6th of Jan. That's why we get on, man. I used to get on you're my granddad reborn.
I was going to make a very inappropriate joke, but I won't. So it's yeah. So I'm 24, and my biggest thing is my age. And there's one thing that I want to say to people watching, no matter what age you are or anything. Age doesn't account for knowledge. Yes, you might have the experience. That doesn't matter. Experience to me, to an extent, can mean jack shit, right? It really can. Knowledge. And I would rather go into business with a 16-year-old that's just finished school selling his food tech stuff, right? I would rather go into business with a kid doing that because he's got his message, he knows what he's doing, he knows whatever, right? Over someone that's been in business for 40, 30 years, been in business 40 years.
Well, I think you kind of there are some reasons why that makes sense, because if you think about it, technology, you know, and I say to a lot of young people, I do a bit of mentoring with a couple of local academies, and I say to these young people, look, this world is in the palm of your hand. You know, you have so much opportunity to change your whole direction, whether you can do it from educating yourself, you can do it from picking up skills which are going to be future proof, you can do it from looking at industries which are going to be developing in the future. You're right at the cusp of something amazing, because when I was at this, 16, 17, we never had all the internet. Bloody hell, mate. If you wanted your friend, you'd phone their house to see if they were there, then you'd go round. None of you sending text messages and, oh, you in? Oh, I'm down the pub. Oh, no, what? You'd go, you'd knock the door, they're not in. You'd then trudge home. You know what I mean? There's none of this kind of ordering food. If you wanted food, the shop was shut. That's it. Tough luck. Sundays were a nightmare. Everything's shut.
Honestly. But no, I completely get, honestly, it really is. I'm not saying that people that have been in business for 40 years don't have the knowledge. I'm not saying
I know. I know that,
but it really does matter to me. And people go, all right, and I have had people that go to me, all right, then what could you teach me in my business at your age, and I've been in business this long, and I go, spend an hour with me and you'll find out.
Yeah.
I go, I'll tell you what.
And that's the thing. And I've got to say to you, and I'm going to take my hat off, even though I haven't got a hat off, because when I was your age, even though I had knowledge, I wouldn't have had the confidence to go and speak to, even though I dealt with people who were much older than me with input. I used to sell into government, into local government and into commercial businesses. So I dealt with all levels of people. But at your age, to be able to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk to you about your business, I'd have been like, I'm not telling you anything, because my perception at that time was, well, age, I'm not old enough to tell you anything.
Yeah.
But most certainly, I know that was a fallacy, and I should have just gone on with it. But so I'm going to say to you, man, fair effing play to that, man. So you overcome people saying, oh, you're a bit young, by saying, well, spend an hour with me, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And what's your conversion rate from that?
Top of me, I think it's 1 in 4.
That's not bad, That's not bad at all.
The reason for that is because it's quite good with what this is titled.
Yeah.
I don't sell, but then actually, I do.
You have a conversation.
I have a conversation. I have 6 one-to-ones with someone.
Yeah,
don't bother me.
And you will ask questions which allow you to see opportunity.
Yeah.
And you will explain how you can address that opportunity.
Yeah.
And you will leave it up to them as to what they decide to do about the fact that you've told them how it can be done, and they can do it themselves. And they go, oh, well, can you help me do it? And to be fair, I would say that 90% of my sales come that way, because I'm not into the sales hard selling. I can't be bothered. I've done it, hated it, would never do it again. So for me, it's a conversation. You have a conversation, someone likes what you got to say, they believe that you can help them. Guess what? They say, come, let's party, let's dance. If they don't think you can help, fine, they'll still take the knowledge and say, well, thanks for your time, but they'll still go off it. And that's the thing. One of the things I teach my clients, because I help them with sales, is a presentation isn't war. It isn't a declaration of war. I've got to win. I've got to walk out. No, you might not walk out with a deal, but you might walk out with somebody who thinks, this guy's bloody good. I'll tell you, I'm going to tell my brother about him. He runs a business. He might be able to, you might be able to do something with him. And that's the thing. And as long as you can see past that, which you've obviously done, then abundance shall come, sir.
Yeah. For example, I speak to a potential client at the moment. He's told me he's signing up with me. Yeah. He's told me he has, and I know he will.
Yeah.
But I don't push. He's told me he will. I'm going to keep sliding into the kids' DMs. But What I said to him, he went, "Oh, great, I want to sign up with you." I went, "Oh, that's great. I don't know if I want to work with you yet." And with that,
and that's another thing as well. And it's not arrogant to say, well, let's make sure we can work together first. I think that's fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Honestly, my exact words to him was, "I will work with you because his business is suffering. Obviously, no one knows what I'm on about, but his business is suffering."
Yeah.
And I said to him, I went, "Look, I will accept you as a client if you are willing to get off your ass and do something about it." I said, "So I'm not wasting your time. I'm not wasting my time, and I'm not wasting your money."
Yeah, boom, boom. And again, and that's the thing. You live by those values, sir. As I say, a lot of my students, I think they end up secretly hating me because I don't give them any quarter. And as soon as I start hearing excuses, I like roll my eyes, do a little yawn, and they kind of just shut up. But Callum. Anyway, so sir, I know you're working with a lot of startups.
Oh yes.
There are some people right now who have been crazy enough to set up a business in COVID 2020, and obviously 2021 is coming. Is there have you got, say, 3 hot tips that you would want to say to somebody who was thinking of either starting a business or has started a business recently? 3 tips that they should be thinking of doing right now.
Okay, so launching something done is better than launching something perfect. Launching something done is better than launching something perfect. And to anyone that doesn't understand what I'm meaning by that, a real good example of that is the fact of, I'll use a podcast for an example, right?
Yeah.
You can plan your podcast, you can get your questions, you can get your marketing, you can get your people that you're going to interview all in line. You're like, right, it's great, it's perfect. You've been doing that for 6 months. Where's the logic? Yeah. So launching something done is better than something perfect, because actually you could probably build up more credibility, and I'm big on that, credibility, on someone following your journey from when you launched to where you are now.
Absolutely, mate. I hear you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I should have had a little sound clip like playing hallelujah every time you came out with an epiphany.
Should have a big button like yes. But second piece of advice is don't get into the habit of collecting red flags. And by that I'm meaning, if you are noticing any red flags, by that I mean any bad signs from clients, business partners, anything like that, why are you collecting them? There's a red flag for a reason. Stop wasting your time and cut it short whilst you can.
I like that one.
I actually got that, and I don't follow the man much, but Steve Harvey, the talk show host from America, and he overheard a mum and a daughter in a market talk about it, and it was more relationship advice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, business is a relationship, whether it's a customer or a contact. And don't get into collection. If someone's passing you people all the time, but you go, do you know what? These people are passing me top notch, great, but they are not the people I work with. But then it makes your credibility start to look crap because you're turning these people down, or you can't do what they want.
Yeah.
But that actually is the problem. The people that you're getting past, or is it the person that's passing the people? It's the person passing the people, because obviously they don't understand your message.
Well, they're not qualifying them, are they? So I better say,
exactly.
Absolutely. So,
and my third bit of advice is get up, keep going.
Love it.
Look, I've had theft, car crashes, and trigger warning of suicide. Not me, but suicide thing with my dad. And I talk about that very, very heavily when I do my motivational speaking, etc. Because he's on the up, he's fine. Business is booming. I had to work on him, I had to work on myself, and I had to work on my business.
Yeah.
I could have sat there with my head in my hands and gone, what the Christ do I do? What I did was I got up and kept going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have to, like I said, your brain's going to do that whoopee cushion sound every now and again. It's going to go, Christ, what a shit day, crap sales, that person didn't come through, that contract hasn't been signed, and my new website still hasn't been finished, right? Yeah. Great. What can you do? Yeah. Get up. Yeah. What can you do? And those are my 3 bits of advice.
Honestly, I'll tell you what, mate, you are a breath of fresh air.
Well, it depends what mints I've had.
And I think you dispel a little bit of a myth, because I know that most certainly young people to a degree have been had a bit of bad press, haven't they? About they're a little bit lily-livered and they're all offended and stuff. And then here you got a guy who's like, get off your ass, get stuff done, stop collecting red flags, just get it done. Yeah. Love it, man. Love it. Listen, before we go to the last question, let me just say hello to some of our watchers.
Oh, okay.
I Anna Phillips, hey Hannah, hope you're well, honey. Good morning, Jen Stars, hope you're well. Charnel, yes, she's found us. She couldn't find us.
Oh, she couldn't find Shan. What you're playing at, woman?
She's my VA. She couldn't find. I tell you what, I'm gonna have words with her. Hey Mandy, hope you're well, honey. Yes, Charnel said never tell a woman's age, mate. Honestly, you're gonna get a kicking this afternoon if that lady.
Well, so I get that jerk from my best friend's a drag queen, and basically he said if someone's never going to tell you their age, tell them that you're going to start guessing the weight because it's amazing. It's amazing how fast they tell you how old they are. It's really funny.
Oh, mate, you know what I mean? I'm never going out anywhere with you because we'll get people. Anna Phillips, I love questions, makes me know people are interested and paying attention. Absolutely, Anna. And Anna's a great example of that. She does work with doTERRA Europe, and her very nature, she is very much inquisitive. She wants to know the whys behind, you know, what you want from working with her, etc. So that's fantastic. Good morning, Sarah Higgs. Sarah's like really cool. She's like, good morning, boys. I can actually imagine her saying that. Good morning. You know Sarah Higgs?
Rings a bell, actually. I think
she runs. She works with a publishing company, books. Sarah's Bookshop. Oh God, what's her company called? It'll come back to me. But they sell books, and it's like network marketing. But she says, "Good morning, boys." Oh. Hey Sarah, good morning. Hey, good morning,
Next
Sarah.
time a woman's ever spoke to me like that.
Oh, bloody hell. Siri's just come on. Siri, go off. Go away. And bless you too, Anna Phillips. I hope you're well, honey. Siri, go. Oh, anyway. So, sir, is there anything? I don't see a saucer in your contacts. Can you hear it? Would you like to...
I can.
Siri.
Who put 50p in?
Siri, go away. Oh my God. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, so oh, what a day. So is man, you're flying, absolutely flying. It's a great story, what you're doing. You know, I love what you're about. I love your age. I love the fact that you're not a stiffy, you know, you've got energy about you, man. You've got to do well. That's it.
Thanks.
That's it. I'm not the all-seeing, all-knowing oracle, but I know that you're going to do well. Boof. There it is. Is there anything that the followers, the people watching, whether it be live or on replay, or any of my members, is there anything that we can do to help you right now?
Tell you what, yeah, but it's not more of a personal note. It's what you can do for me with yourself.
Okay.
Keep motivated. That's what I'm going to say to you. You know, the shitstorm that's been 2020 when good old Rona chose to slide into our DMs. That's the only way I can lie. She did. And honestly, wait till 2030 when kids are at school and they'll be shouting the name Rona on a register.
Mate, it's the beer I'm worried about. Oh, when's Corona going to come back? I think they stopped selling it.
Keep motivated. Keep going. You know what your business is. You know what your message is. Keep pushing. It's shit. You know, let's be honest. In the words of, I will steal it from Mr. Brad Burton, no one planned for a global pandemic when they did the business plan, no matter how early you started your business.
Boom.
You know, no one did. And
boom.
It's unprecedented times and no one planned for it. Yeah. Unpopular opinion for a business coach is I don't believe in a business plan because you can't plan for shit like this. You have your business guidelines, which is what I call them. You know what your business is, you know what your message is, you know what your tribe is, you know what all this is. Stick with it.
Boom.
And that's what I want people to do to help me. You keep going. If you get stuck, send me a message.
Boom. You hear them words, guys? This man ain't playing, you know. He's not playing.
He's
not playing. Hi, Marie Birdie. What a wonderful name. Mate, absolute pleasure. I'll tell you what, I don't even want to finish, but we're going to have to. I did have something else there. Oh, right. Now, I've already asked you about this.
Oh, Christ, go on.
Right. So guys, Callum's having his website redone at the moment. And it's about to go live on...
Yeah.
It's going... Soon. Okay. Well, what Callum's going to do, because Nigel is a tech geek and checks everyone's links, and give him their website, Nigel noticed that several links weren't working on Callum's website. So what Callum's going to do is he's going to go off, he's going to find all of the links, all of these breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
He's going to put them in the comments on this video. And then if you want to connect with him, whether it's today or in the future, if you just want to follow his journey, please do.
Honestly, do.
please do. At the end of the day, look, your help can come from anybody. The information you need to move forward is all around you. All you've got to decide is, where do I get that information from, and who do I follow? Who do I listen to? What part of what they've said do I put into action? Because once you put it into action, guess what? Oh, things change. If you never went out of your house, you would never know that the sun was shining. Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you don't put that thing into place, how will you know if it works? And I'm not on about once, I'm on about consistently. So,
well, I have a quote to finish the day for everybody if they want to go with it. Oh, two things, actually. Two things.
Oh my God, God.
The quote that clarifies my family, I was talking about my heritage with you before we did this, which is a fishing background. And it sums up my pretty much journey so far, which is, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I'm going to teach you all the word. If you didn't know it, the word is sonder.
Sonder.
S-O-N-D-E-R. And it stands for, when you come to the realization, when passing a stranger in the street or talking to someone, that their life is as complex as one's own. There's people going through worse shit as you, and you're going through worse shit than other people.
Oh, God.
When you have that realization, you realize that sometimes some of that shit don't matter.
Man, I'll tell you what, you have the mindset of someone 30 years older, man. But listen, guys, we're going to go. Me and Callum are going to have some quality time away from the live. Haha. And, but yeah, what he'll do, he'll drop all these links into the comments later on. Callum, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
If anybody is watching on replay, please do hashtag replay. I am going to do something with those replay people. I'm going to think of some kind of prize that I can give you for watching an entire video. So yeah, hashtag replays in, and I'm going to start collating them over the rest of December. And I think in January, I'm going to give someone a special prize, a nice prize. I'm not sure what yet. I'll think of something. Guys, thanks for joining us. Callum, don't go anywhere.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, people. See you later, people.